Hello class, today I'm going to show you how we're going to install a supplementary software that we will be using during class. So first thing we'll do is we'll go to the internet, and I've sent you all the link for GMetrix. And once you come to this site, then we'll click the download. Mine's going to download. I'm using Chrome. We'll see how that works. Works fine at school. It's going to take it a little bit. What we're going to have in here will be programs for Word, Excel, Access, and PowerPoint. They're going to give us projects that will be just like an assignment out of the book. However, it will give you a tutorial on how to complete the task, as well as we will then have a test that you can use. This is going to focus a little more on our Microsoft Office specialist, so it's not going to be exactly the same objectives that we have in our textbook, which is fine. There's lots to learn in Word, and so this is just going to give us another way to learn some more objectives. It looks like it is done now, so I'll click on there. Then we're going to tell it to run. And it's going to have to install. I wanted to record everything so you can see exactly what I do, so I pause if any of this takes a little bit. And we're going to accept. It's asking me where I want it, and that's fine. You can put yours wherever you'd like, but that's fine to where I'm going to put mine. And so we tell it to install. This is also going to take a code, and I will send you the code in an email. Everybody will have their own code. So this may take a little bit since it's not going. I'm not sure what's going on. We'll wait a second and see what happens. And we're waiting for this to install. And so now it's telling me that it doesn't know. I'm going to say yes. We're going to trust this. We use this at school. If you were in Computer Apps 1 in a face-to-face class, then we use it there. And we use it in our Computer Apps 2 face-to-face. And so now we're going to tell it to finish. And I'm going to say no. Okay? So this is what the icon is going to look like on your desktop. Trying to move it, but that's not working. Okay, now I'm going to launch the icon, hopefully. It's going to come up, it's going to ask us to register. So you're going to come down here to sign up now. And I can't direct you, so you get to use the information that you want to, but I'm not going to be able to recover any information, so I would suggest using your school login, username, and password. That way we're not going to forget it. I'm in. And now if I tell it I want to take a test, it's asking me for my code. It is finding me, I believe, and it's showing this code that I have that's going to expire here in a couple of days. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your code and you're going to put it in right here, and then you're going to tell it to go. So I'm going to tell it to use this one since it's already there. Now it's going to ask us what we want to do. So we're going to tell it that we don't want 07. We want to do, if you're going to use whatever software you have at home. So if you have 10, then I want you to use Microsoft 10. If you have 13 at home, then you're going to use Microsoft Office 13. Use Word 13. I still have 10, so that's the one I'm going to select. Then what mode? We want to be in training mode to begin. And then our practice test. And kids, that doesn't look, I'm gonna click, well, hold on. Let's go back here because we should have some more options. Let me see if those are just available in 13. Okay, those are only available in 13. So if you have 10, you can use that. I'll come back to that. And then we're going to click training. And 13, you're going to come down and you're going to use this. Okay, the project 1 training. And we're going to say next. It's going to give you quite a few instructions. I want you to read them. This light bulb is important. So you look through those, how you save, how you advance, skip, etc. And then you start. This doesn't happen at school, that automatically knows, but it's telling me that it's going to launch something. Okay, what I'm going to show now is for the word 10. And so if you do 10, you're going to say training, and then you come down here to test 1 training. This is going to look a little different than those that are in 13. I can't load the 13 one, that's what my error was, because I don't have it on my computer yet. I'm getting ready to put it on there. So I start, then it wants me to log in again. And so now it wants my code. Okay, so I'm going to come. Don't use that one. That one's mine. It won't work. Now I'm going to tell it I'm in Word. I don't know why we're having to do this more than once. We'll just play along. And here come several screens of instructions. You read through them. I'm familiar with what they say. You're going to have Word up top, and down at the bottom it's going to have your instructions. And again, this is what it's going to look like for those of you that are using 2010. If you have 2013, that's what I would like for you to use. We always want to learn the newest version out there. If you don't have 13, that's okay. You can learn the task in this. Okay, so it's create a document from a template, save the template, name it this, and put it here. So if it's loaded, I'll go do that one for you. File new, we want a template. Did I? Okay, so we want the letter. Notice there's several different. We just want the business letter. We're going to tell it to download it. We're going to save the template. You're going to go in your GMetrix templates. Next it wants us to put the watermark on. If you don't know what a watermark is, you can see the faint text back behind. And then we're going to say next. It didn't tell me to save it again, so I didn't, so we'll see what happens. It then comes up and it tells us we got them both right, and then we can go on to the next one. Okay, so those of you in 2010, which is about half of you, you see exactly what you're going to need to do. Those of you in 2013, yours is going to look different, where it's going to be more like a project, one that you did in Apps 1, the SAM projects. Down at the bottom, you're going to have instructions, and then up at the top, you're going to be actually in Word. Then yours is going to be 20, 30 tasks that you're going to do in that project. If you have a question, please email me. If something's not loading right, go back and watch the way mine loaded. See what's, if you're accepting everything, if you've got a firewall or something to block, and we'll see if we can get this going. We've never done this before, so we might have some bumps, but we'll get it worked out. Okay? There you go. Let me know if you have a problem. Thanks.